Okay, got a longer one today. It's been a minute. Schedule change, odd hours, didn't feel like recording. Double kettlebell for an hour, gladiator complex, 10 cycles. So we'll start with the 18s. After 10, we'll have the 2-minute break, then double 20s, then double 24s, double 24. Basically, I want 2 rounds with each one. It should be 600 reps. See if I can do it for an hour. It's a 60-second EMOM. So obviously the first set, with the 18s is not going to be challenging at all. I do that on a 40-second timer. So by the time we get to the 24s, that probably took like 12 seconds. So not hard to start. That 60 seconds is to accommodate going for 600 total reps. Never showed this off, but I finally modified the cold steel and Hanway axe. So I can combine the Hanway head with the cold steel haft, and it is very nice. Compared to that really awkward haft that came with. And I like to swing it around because it's not too long, so I can swing it around and kind of warm everything up without going outside. I was going to do the pentathlon again, but honestly, I feel like, because I did it after that one I recorded where I failed, and I feel like it's too repetitive. There's too much pressing and overhead stuff, and I don't think it's well balanced. I think you should have some type of squat in there or something. And maybe like more snatches, something. It's too much overhead work for me. Too much pressing. I really would rather just do a long cycle. But also, I like the squats. Those give you a nice conditioning hit, especially when put in with a complex. So, I don't know, it's cool, but I just don't find it particularly enjoyable. Because I did it with the 5-minute rest, and it really wasn't a challenge. It was like the last time I did it. Even with the 24. So it's just not something that I like doing. am going to do it though. One time and put it on video. Just to, you know, have some proof that I did it. But I'm going back to focusing mostly on double kettlebell work because it's more conducive to what I want anyway. So the next double work I do is going to be snatch and jerks for this is the press one, so we swing clean press instead of squat. So yeah, we're going back to double work. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this today. This is my favorite double kettlebell complex for just general all-purpose fitness and, you know, whatever goals. It will not get you extremely fit where you can do a bunch of double long cycle and snatch just doing it, but it's more intense than doing the single bell training that I've been doing the past week and a half. So yeah. And that's another thing too, like single kettlebell is never going to be as challenging as double. Like even if I had a 32, my starting weight with this one is 36 kilograms. So even if I had a big 70-pound bell, it's not going to be as much effort as just using doubles. So I fucked up. That's okay. We did 12 reps there. So yeah, double bell more effective. I think EMOM training is better than timed. Like go for X amount of minutes and don't worry about, you know, like pace yourself going for X time. I'd rather just do a good number of reps within a certain amount of time, take 20, 30 seconds off, and then just keep going. Like if I get through with this, that'll be 600 reps with double kettlebells in an hour. Like, that's a lot of fucking volume. So, that's more effective than doing a pentathlon. I screwed something up. I'm either gonna have to do another set, or that was the last one. It's been a minute. Also, Boo, my cat, her health got worse after I said in that last video that she was doing better. No, she was super sluggish and like took her to bed last night. They said try the steroid in the fluids again. I got to give her the fluids tomorrow night, but so far there's no improvement, and I think it would have been kinder to just have her put to sleep. So that sucks. And headspace not really where I would prefer it to be. But anyway, double 20s now. That was 100 reps with it's 104 reps with 18s. This one I'll try to keep on track. You got the 2-minute break here because I'm going for the 600 reps. You know, if I was only doing 10 rounds of each one, I wouldn't have the break at all. I would just go to the next weight. But current weight is 208 pounds, so I'm down 7 from the last time I checked, the last couple times I checked. And I attribute that to the high carb, low fat, vegan way of eating. It just seems to work really well for me. I know some people, maybe not. That's why I don't really push one way or the other. I tell everybody to experiment. But for me, high carb, low fat just works, and my digestion is so much better. I said it before, but double 20s is my favorite weight to use. It really is. I think it's the perfect weight. I think if you're a dude, you can get to high rep double workouts with 20s. You will be in pretty damn good shape. It's a really good weight to use for all this ballistic shit and everything. Like the 24s, the problem with them, not so much the weight, the bells are too damn big. Like when you get the cast iron obviously, the heavier the weight, the bigger the bell. And that 24 is so damn unwieldy because of how big it is. That's why I really don't like using them. And so it's part of the reason why I've held off on getting the 28s. I think I'm gonna save up and get the competition 28s because the competition bells are all the same size. So if I'm gonna go heavier, I think I'm gonna get those. The problem with those is that they're twice the price. So yeah, the other reason I didn't get them is because I hurt myself again a couple months ago when I started doing really high volume double snatches. Saw a video, fucked my back up. Still feel some pain from that, but we're working on it. It's getting back to normal. At this point, I am damn near convinced I could get hit by a Mack truck and I would recover fully within a couple months and be totally fine. I hurt myself so many damn times. It's ridiculous. So like, I get broken, beaten up, but I always recover and come back. I've been watching Invincible season 3. Got that conquest mustache going on. And the hair, because I haven't shaved my head in a week. So yeah, Halloween idea right there. All right, we're going into the next 5. This will be swing, clean, press, squat, press. This complex, really, I'm not bullshitting, like, best kettlebell complex ever. It's just, you get your conditioning from it's a primarily swing and clean based, so ballistics program. You get the grindy lifts, but not so many that you're sore as fuck. Oh, I tore a callus, look at that. Nice. The blood is pre-dried, that's nice. Beautiful. So like, this is a decent program to get stronger with too. And I know there's some people who don't really encourage to do a lot of swings. Jeff Newford. But I really think the swing is probably the best movement overall. If you're only going to do one exercise, I would do kettlebell swings. Kettlebell swings and push-ups, I think, if I was going to be as minimalist as possible. Not that I believe in minimalism, but if I was, probably just swings and push-ups. And now that I think about it, I kind of want to design a program around that. Just for people with... Well, yeah, anyway, I might do that. With this complex, you just get everything and it doesn't beat up your body. And you get a really good conditioning work. So it's just good. It's my favorite one. I can never remember who came up with it, but excuse me. I am training fasted as I normally do. Got a bit of chest pain up in here. I don't really know why. If I pulled something, but that's a mild inconvenience. But if I don't upload for like 2 weeks, I probably had a heart attack. It's just as a warning, you know. I don't think I miscounted that time. So that's 100 reps with double 20s. But before I start discussing my diet, I will prepare for another round in case I miss one. But I don't think I did. Not doing the high sugar, and that I'm not putting sugar in my coffee or drinking juice. The reason I'm not putting sugar in my coffee is because I don't like it. I like almond milk in my coffee. Almond milk has sugar, but it's got some fats too. And I feel like when I went super low fat, my energy kind of lacked a little bit, and I always wanted to eat. Or maybe it was just the sugar. I don't know. I've been eating 2 meals a day like I normally would. Rice, big ass cup and a half of raw rice per meal, loosely measured, and then some beans, and then whatever seasoning, salt, hot sauce, soy sauce, whatever. And I've been doing that twice a day. And then the only other calories most of the time has come from the almond milk in my coffee. I don't really crave sugary foods very often. If I get food cravings, it's for like savory foods or like dessert. Like I had pizza the other night and a bunch of cookies. So not great, but you know, I still eat the junk food, but I don't eat whatever I want most of the time, like I've been doing. And 7 pounds, you know, gone. So I do want to go back to being fully vegan, because eating the higher fat foods like the cheese and stuff, like, and the meat, like, you know, pepperoni and sausage, it wrecks me. So going back to vegan, which is good, and then probably eat some candy at some point. I forgot to switch weights. I was talking too much. Now, I don't know if you'll notice, but on that 5th rep of swings, because my stance has to be wider to accommodate the width of the bells, I kind of slipped a little bit and pitched forward on that swing, which is not good. You don't want to be doing that on your kettlebell swings. Just another reason I don't particularly care for the 24s. Like I said, they're too damn big. But yeah, anyway, high carb, low fat, whole food, vegan diet works great for me. And I'm a big fan of doing that, eating that way. So, that chest pain still there, really annoying. But if I only worked out when I wasn't in pain, I would never work out. So. It is kind of affecting my breathing a little bit. Let me tell you, squats hit so much different when they're in front of you like that and you're throwing them into a cardio complex. I think that's right. I guess I'll find out in the end. I don't think I did a 12 ripper. I gotta stop talking. If I get to the end and miss one, then the one I'm going to redo, I think it would have been the second set here. So the 8 swings and 2 cleans. Because if I missed one, it would have been that one. Because I distinctly remember doing the cleans into the squat. But I might have skipped the 8 swings, 2 cleans. Now we're going back to 10 swings. on the double swing, especially when you're doing heavier weights, whatever heavier is for you, it's very important to keep the shoulder blades retracted. Because if you're using heavier weights, they can pitch you forward. Retracting your shoulder blades through the whole rep helps alleviate that. Like whatever heavier weights are for you. If you're a woman, heavier weights for you might be double 16s, double 12s even. So, like it's a good practice with every weight, but if you're strong enough, you can get away with lighter weights. Really, it's any ballistic movement. You want to keep the shoulder blades retracted, but especially the swing and the clean, because they have that in front of you movement that can potentially pitch you forward. So you always want to have the shoulder blades retracted. I have not done double 24s in a while, so I think the chest pain is gone too, so that's good. I feel like I've messed this round up. Like I said, I'm about to find out if I missed one. If I missed one, it was 8 cleans, or 8 swings, 2 cleans. So I will do that if I did miss one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The double 24, more challenging than I anticipated. I have not trained double 24s in a while. I haven't trained double 20s in a while. And I honestly have not been training as much. I took most of a week off. That last video I recorded was last Sunday. And the only other workout I had was on Thursday or Friday, and I did the pentathlon again. I was in a good bit of pain, and I was just like, you know what? With the schedule change too, I was only sleeping maybe 3 hours a night. I took most of the week off, so a little bit deconditioned, it would seem. So for the next 10, I'm gonna do the whole hour. I can definitely do the whole hour. It's more so keeping that shit overhead. It's getting a little bit with all the cardio. I'm gonna do Jan John's armor builder for 10 rounds with these. That'll be 160 reps with double 24s instead of 200. So it just cuts the ballistics out, so it makes it a little more manageable. That kind of makes sense. His armor builder was intended as a finisher. So I'm going to do the 60 reps of that, hit the 2-minute break, go back to the 20s for 10 rounds, 2-minute break, and then finish with the 18s. Well, yeah, like the double 24s kind of kicked my ass there. You heard my shoulders probably popping and cracking. And I know the armor builder is 2 cleans, 1 press, 3 squats. I've explained why I do it the way that I do it. The weights are not heavy enough for me to where I have trouble doing the 1 rep. The main problem is doing all the swings and then doing the grindy stuff with the 24s. My conditioning is not holding up for that. Last time I did an hour of this, it was in the summer. I did it in the attic, and I did not have a 2-minute break. And I wasn't drinking water either. Fuck that up already. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna make up for that. I gotta do 18 reps on this set. 10 swings, 4 cleans, 2 press, 2 squat. Then we're gonna do, for the last 2 sets of that first 50, 4 swing, 2 clean, 2 squat, 2 press. And then we'll start the gladiator proper. Yeah, fuck it. I'm done being a pussy. That wasn't too bad. Okay, it was. But we handled it. We're at 30 reps now. 4, 2, 2, and 2. I like throwing chains in when I'm doing a complex and vice versa. They really do hit different. Okay. That's only 150 reps with doubles. Double 24s. I gotta do 10 swings. Shit. Feel my grip going? That sucks. See, this is why being leaner is not always better. Like, I could have just walked 6 miles every day in addition to my work and done a bunch of push-ups. And I could be a lot leaner. You know, no cheat meals. Maybe eat a bit less rice. And I'd have abs, but like, I wouldn't be as fit. Because like, this is kicking my ass. And the last time I did it in humid heat. With no water and no rest between the rounds. And I was 218 pounds, 10 pounds heavier. Leanness does not equate to fitness. And that's why you have 20-year-old bodybuilders dying. No, literally, I forget her name, but she died last month. Fuck. Good, yeah. Oh, it's Felix. Okay. should be 200 reps of double 24s, mostly gladiator style. Because I dug in, I found the old me, and I bitch slapped him and dragged him back out. Fuck. That shit was tough. That should not be so tough. Now, to my credit, most people that I've seen do kettlebells would have trouble doing 200 rep set in 20 minutes with just 24s, let alone the 200 reps previous. That's not to brag, but most double kettlebell workouts you see on the internet are in that 100 to 200 rep range, tops, for the most part. Most of the high rep stuff is left for single bell. So like, I'm weak right now compared to my own standards, but still, for the community standard, this is a stupid amount of work with double bells. But this is what I like to do. And yeah, it's a little tougher nowadays, but it's still rewarding. Now 20s is kind of like my what do I want to say? My safe zone. What I mean by that is, the strength gains I've made over the years, the double 20s has kind of taken the place of the double 18s, where that it's a weight that I can always pick up and very confidently use. Which means everything below a 20 is kind of easy. So the 20s have become my primary weight. The goal, and it took probably I'll say 6 years, 5.5 years. Because I got double 18s in the summer of 2019, and I almost immediately injured myself. So by being incredibly overzealous, I've injured myself with kettlebells, double kettlebells, numerous times, and have delayed my strength progress by a fair bit. But I have raised the baseline cap 2 kilograms. Well, 4. 2 for bell. So anything less than 20s, kind of easy. And the 24s are kind of like where the 20s were when I started with those last year. What's good is that I didn't actually train with double 20s for too long before I tried them to main the 24s. So I really didn't build up as much strength as I could have. So if I had just been a little more disciplined, I could be maining the 24s, but I am dumb, and I always try to push myself beyond what is intelligent. Like right now, I'm pushing through fatigue mostly, but like nothing hurts. Whereas before, when I was really trying to push the weights, I would be in physical pain and still go. So there's a bit of a difference. Pushing through fatigue, I think most people can do that. Like clearly my strength hasn't given out. When I was back on that second 100 set or 100 reps of 24s, I felt like my strength was giving out because I was just feeling fatigued. Obviously my strength did not give out. Like on that pentathlon I did last week, how I failed on the jerk with the 24, and I was like, I can't do anymore. That is a mechanical failure. And what did I do? I dropped the weight and listened to my body. Today, no mechanical failures. I just feel like my heart's going to explode. But that is conditioning fatigue. It's how I differentiate. This I know I can push through. I've done it a million times before. And I know I'm rambling, but like, I'm really not with it. You can call it oxygen deprivation or something. So, you know, Felix, don't eat that. What are you doing? No. Fucking idiot. He's trying to eat paint chips that fell down from where the chimney is because the people that own this place didn't fix it. And it leaks. I didn't sweep them up today. You see how effortless that went up though? That's how I know I can keep pushing. Because it's just cardio that is being a bitch here. It's not my body, so to speak. It's my will that is being tested. This is why I say high rep double kettlebell training is almost spiritual. You get to this state and you really gotta like zen yourself. 'High volume double kettlebell training is a religious experience. If you get advanced enough with it, or deconditioned enough. This is certainly not the hardest thing I've ever done. It feels like the hardest thing I've ever done, but I know I've done more difficult things. Honestly, 150 double snatch in 10 minutes was the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh. 500 reps? Probably. I guess it could be 490. Luckily it's not humid, so I'm cooling off nicely. I'm not like overheated or anything, so that's good. And this kind of training, by the way, is why, well, maybe not now, but why I could, at 180 some pounds, just decide to go for a run and do like a 10K in like 30 minutes or so. And like do a half marathon in a little over an hour. Because this is way harder than running. This tests you more than running. Assuming that you don't cramp up. Which I don't anymore because I eat a shit ton of salt now. I used to because I didn't eat very much sodium. I bought into that whole low sodium diet thing. That's why my energy levels were so shit. And why my eye used to twitch all the time. And why I would cramp up running. Now I just eat a shit ton of salt. And if you're doing a lot of like intense work where you sweat a lot, or you sweat a lot naturally like I do anyway, and you're doing the intense work, don't be worried about sodium. Unless you're gonna eat like a whole bag of pretzels, don't do that, but you know. And on your days when you're not training so intensely, you can cap it back. But if you're like totally drenched like this, and that's fairly normal for you, eat the salt, the electrolytes or whatever. And it's been about almost, yeah, I'm pretty much recovered. So yeah, I'm feeling like I was gonna die. 2 minutes, heart rate's back down, nice and cool. This is another reason, like especially in the summer, I almost never take the shirt off. It's not just because I'm slightly embarrassed from the fat, no six pack, whatever. Having the wet shirt really helps to cool you down. Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like that. There's a 12 ripper. That's the third one. So it'll be canonically 606 reps. That's fine. I don't know how interesting this is to know, but I essentially do these live. So like what I mean is, when I'm doing it, and obviously recording it, as soon as I'm done, I pretty much upload it. So like, yeah, 30 minutes to an hour after it goes up, I've done it, you know what I mean? Like, that's about the time frame. I don't record anything in advance. You see how easy that 50 reps was with 18s after all the other shit? Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. 50 more to go. You know what I'd love to do? I would love to do like professional MMA training just to see how my conditioning work stacks up to what they do. Also, I've mentioned this before, but I always wanted to fight when I was younger. It was basically the only goal that I had, life-wise. And through medical reasons, I was not able. I should do a sneako and hit up Sean Strickland. See if I can train with him for a day. He could put it on YouTube and get more views. I think I'd put up a better fight than Sneako. I wouldn't hit Sean. I was never the fastest. The only thing I had in boxing was durability and a good bit of power. But if I fought somebody faster, I could not hit them. I was not good with the speed. But that's boxing. My anaerobic conditioning is pretty damn good. So I feel like with the wrestling, I'd last longer. But I don't know. It would be fun to try though. Just see if I could like get hits on them by just having like insane cardio. I have done a bit of the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu before. I don't get tired. I did get outskilled. I don't even know what set I'm on. That's how easy double 18s has become for me. Like, I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just kind of going by feel. And I think that was right. So now we got the 2 swing, 2 clean, 4 press, 2 squat. I have not ripped off any more calluses, though this one on the right hand is about ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off. Into the trash. Assuming I didn't count anything wrong, that's 600. And we're at 1 hour and 10 and a half. I almost pushed out, but I dug deep. I found my inner self, and I bitch slapped him, and we finished. Like, to be fair, probably wouldn't have done it without a 2-minute break, because the 24s kicked my ass. Like, for real, the 24s kind of wrecked me on that. if I had just done 30 minutes with these, so 300 reps with 18s and 300 reps with 20s, I don't think that would have been anywhere near as bad. The 200 reps with the 24s really kicked my ass. So there's that. Well, yeah, 600 rep double kettlebell workout. All your basics, your swing, clean, press, squat. It is mostly a swing workout. If you want to do the math, for 50 reps, it is 30 swings, 10, 8, 6 is 24, plus 4, 28, 10, 2, so 30. So for every 100 reps, you do 60 swings. So 5 times 60 is 300 swing workout. And then the next most is clean. So it is mostly a ballistic conditioning workout. But when you do 60 sets, even if you're only doing 4 to 6 squat and press per cycle, it's a lot of accumulated volume. So yeah, on the, let me break down the repage here. For the first 50, you do 2 squat, then 2 press, 2 squat. So you get 6 of your third exercise, 6 reps of your third exercise for 50 rep cycle. So half of that, 6, 12, and then you get 4. So you're doing 10 reps of the press and the squat every cycle. So I got 60 squats and 60 press, 300 swings, and 180 cleans. That's how that math breaks down. So that's a good bit of work. Mostly ballistic work. Building that power and that cardio. That's what the swing and the clean are really good at, the cardio. So yeah, Gladiator, 60 minutes. My favorite complex. I just think it's the best overall complex. It'll build your conditioning. It'll build your strength. It can even build some muscle. Kettlebell training does build muscle. It just won't get you like super shredded or it can get you shredded because being shredded is just having a bit of muscle while being very lean. Getting shredded is mostly down to diet and then building up some muscle. You can be shredded at 140 pounds, a la Bruce Lee, but he wasn't jacked. Kettlebells will not get you jacked. I don't care what anybody says. They will not get you jacked. Everybody who says kettlebells will get you jacked or can build a lot of muscle are people who were already jacked from doing barbell work. That includes Joe from Swing This Kettlebell. He used to do bodybuilding and I believe powerlifting. Jeff Newport, Olympic weightlifter. Nothing gets you jacked like Olympic weightlifting because it's very explosive, concentric movement with really heavy weight. That will get you jacked. But everybody who's jacked on and doing kettlebells already built up their muscles and their bodies with barbell training. Every single one of them. That includes, well, no, you know what? The only one who like really kind of like leaned out, and I think the most jacked you can get with kettlebells is like that Lebby Stark guy. All right, because he was a bodybuilder. He switched to kettlebells, focused on the kettlebell sport training, and he slimmed down a bunch. He's like 155 pounds. That's about what you can expect if you're the average dude, for example, training kettlebells with higher volume. Yeah, even like when I got bigger, like I'm 200 plus pounds, that's from lifting weights. I went to the gym, very hardcore, 5 times a week, and really bulked my ass up to like 218 pounds, eating 6,000 calories a day, hitting the weights as hard as possible. And I've still retained some of that size. I'm 20 pounds heavier than when I started putting my workouts on this channel, my kettlebell workouts. No, that's not true. I was kind of fat back then. I did lose the weight, but that was over a long period of time of just eating whatever I wanted. About a year or so. Anyway, the point is, you're not going to get jacked just doing kettlebells. Go to the gym if you want to get jacked. Kettlebells are for conditioning, and you will build some muscle and you'll build strength, explosive strength. It's a different type of strength. So like bodybuilding strength makes you better at like pushing weight. Okay, kettlebell strength makes you better at pulling weight. That's why I can go to a gym even now and then barbell row 240 plus pounds with relative ease, and like dumbbell row 150s with a strap, so my grip doesn't give out. If I'm not using a strap, I can do the 120s, 125, maybe, before the grip will give out. But if you give me a wrap, 150s, that's the highest it goes at the gym that I train at, and it's not a problem. So kettlebells will build a shit ton of pulling strength. Maybe not so much on the pressing strength. Your squat strength will adapt pretty quickly too. And I feel like that's because kettlebell training helps adapt the nervous system to stress. So it can make you better. I do believe that training kettlebells probably twice a week with barbell training, the kettlebells will definitely help you adapt to the barbell training quicker than if you did not. I only have one example of that, and that is myself. When I started going to the gym a couple years ago, a 5x5 on the barbell back squat with 175 pounds was very difficult. Within a month, I was hitting 285. A month, squatting twice a week and doing some deadlifts. Within 3 months, I was repping 315 before I hurt my back because I tried to go heavier and heavier and constantly push a deadlift. I was training squat and deadlift twice a week, which is not intelligent. But so I do believe the kettlebells help you adapt quicker. I'm done rambling because I could go on for another half an hour and it's really stupid. So yeah, peace, 100 rep or 600 rep kettlebell workout, gladiator. Next one, double snatch, double jerk, double snatch, double jerk, 18s and then 20s, 40 minutes, maybe 2 minutes between each 10-minute set, something like that. Peace.